What's up, guys? So today I'm here to talk about feeling stuck because, as you might have noticed, I haven't posted anything as far as blogs, pictures, or videos go in the last week or two, and that's because I was just feeling so stuck. I felt like I was running in place, on a treadmill or just treading water and putting forth all this energy and stuff in my life, but seeing no results, and it's really frustrating and it's hard to deal with, especially because in a way, I almost feel like I deserve to see progress right now. And having the realization that I don't deserve shit has helped me start to break out of this rut that I've been in. Because yeah, so what? I've been doing all of this, all I've been working on all these different things, trying to further myself and better myself and progress towards the goals that I have in my life. But I'm being hindered by things right now that I don't have any control over. But those things that are hindering me are all my fault. They're all things that I caused in the past that I'm dealing with now. And I have to understand that. And I have to deal with that and accept it. Because there's nothing I can do about it now. So, pretty much, I have to really just practice a lot of patience right now. And that's really difficult for me. Because, like I mentioned, I've never really had clear cut goals like I have right now. And so the fact that I do now, and I feel as if I'm doing everything I can to push towards those goals, you know, it frustrates me that I'm seeing not just a little progress, I'm not seeing any progress, essentially. Or I wasn't seeing any progress, at least. So I basically just had to convince myself, and having blind faith is not something I'm very good at. But if there is one thing I have faith in, it's myself. Maybe that's selfish and arrogant. Don't care if it is. I do have faith in myself. I believe in myself, and I believe in, my goals and my journey and my actions. I know that I'm doing the right things right now. And, like I mentioned though, I wasn't in a really negative spot this last week or so, but I almost just wavered from my path because, you know, if you're working towards something and you're seeing no progress, it's very easy to give up on that goal and to start doing other things and then justifying it well, I'm not seeing any progress anyway, so who really cares? And this, that, and the other. You can make excuses all day. Excuses are the excuses are the building blocks to a house of failure. Love that cliche. It's so true. But I just kind of had to, and I was aware that I was in this rut, and I was deviating from the things I was doing before that were making me happy and making me feel like I was actively pursuing something. And for some reason, the main thing was making this content and these blogs and the videos and stuff. And I'm sure there's probably some underlying psychological reason why this was the thing that made me, that I was avoiding the most, but I haven't delved that deeply into my brain about it. Probably won't bother because I'm just going to try and right the ship before it gets to the point where I have to start digging subconsciously into things. But anyway, I kind of just have to realize that, even if I'm not seeing progress right now, I got to look at it, as well as you guys, if you're in a similar situation, have to look at it, where it's the things that you do when nobody's looking, all the little details, are what end up helping you reach those goals that you want to reach. And yeah, maybe these videos and stuff aren't directly correlated to me reaching my goals, but they are directly correlated to behaviors and actions that will help me reach those goals, such as, if I tell you guys that I'm making videos on Monday and Thursday, not that you guys are going to come bang my door down if I don't, but I feel a sense of accountability there. And it's self-discipline to make these videos. And, it's, as far as how I've been feeling, it's patience, teaching myself patience instead of not just giving up and lashing out, and just understanding I might not exactly be where I am right now, but that doesn't mean I have to give up. And if I just keep grinding and putting one foot in front of the other, whether I'm taking a step a mile long or an inch long, it's still a step forward, and it's still going to help me get to where I want to go. So by having these realizations and like staying somewhat active, like I kind of salvaged my mental health a little bit by continuing to be, you know, positive and things like around the house as far as like cleaning and still working out and, you know, hanging out with the family and stuff, hanging out with friends. So it's not been a horrible stretch, but it's just I felt like I wasn't where I wanted to be. Like I knew I wasn't where I wanted to be. Not even as far as goals go, as far as how I was thinking about the goals. So I really had to do an overhaul of my brain and kind of pull something valuable from the situation I'm in. Otherwise, it would have been very easy to let myself slip down this hole, you know, a hole that we've all been dragged down before, I'm sure. And it was just strange. Like these videos were like, I'm sure you guys have had like that one thing that you've had to do in your life where it's just like, you just don't want to, like for some reason, like you will do everything in your power to not do this one thing. Like you'll spend like more energy avoiding something than you would have, you know, put out just doing the thing you're trying to avoid. You know, maybe it's like skipping class. Like you go through like all these hoops to skip class when you could have just went to class and it would have been 10 times easier. That was it with these videos for some reason. And I made up all these like rationalizations that, you know, well, I'm not in like the right headspace, and, you know, I don't want to make a video and don't like not seem genuine, or, you know, my mouth's dry, or the lighting's bad, or like the, you know, the camera that I'm using on my phone sucks. It's just stupid. And it's really hard to like to describe this to somebody because, you know, a lot of times people want some like big golden crazy, you know, mind-blowing answer about how to overcome stuff like this. Literally today I just decided that I'm sick of being a bitch, kind of, and I usually plan for these videos, you know. Today I just sat down, I just like blocked everything out of my head. I was like, I'm not turning on my Xbox today, I'm not doing anything at all, I'm not reading, I'm not doing anything at all until I sit down and make a video. So yeah, like I circumvented that by like watching videos on my phone and stuff like that and drinking coffee, but eventually I just pulled up the chair and sat down and turned my camera on. I didn't plan for it at all. I didn't allow myself to overthink it, and I'm just shooting from the hip right now, honestly. So that's the secret of it. You just kind of have to throw yourself into it. You can't like tiptoe around it. Like I didn't come and make like a 1 minute long video and, you know, I'm like, all right, well, tomorrow I'll make 3 and then I'll be back to where I was in a couple days. No, like, I'm just gonna dive back in. That's the only way to do it, in my opinion, at least. So, you know, I guess what I'm saying is just be patient with yourself, but still, like, allow yourself to feel bad that you're not doing the things you know you're supposed to be doing. Because that's the feeling that's gonna, it can, you know, end up being catastrophic, but the key is to stop it from happening before it gets to that point by just throwing yourself into the fire and dealing with the problems that you're dealing with right now. So, you know, things are looking up, and it's game day. Pens are in the playoffs, baby. That helps a lot, even though we lost a heartbreaker already. But you know, maybe Sidney Crosby and I can channel some greatness today and both overcome these holes we've dug ourselves into. So you know, I'm hopefully back on the grind, guys, and I apologize for the lapse in content, and I will see you guys soon. Thanks.